Happy Saturday! I hope everyone has had a good week. It was a good week for us. I had a chance to see my brother and Shar, so it was great to see both of them. We had a chance to have some lunch, and it was good to see them. Definitely, it's been what, a couple of years, I think. So anyway, what else going on? I built my bear resistant trash box. I'm not going to say it's bear proof till one actually tries to get into it. But yeah, I completely redid the area that we could keep our trash cans in so that the bears don't get in and that they don't knock it over onto my car if I happen to be parked there. So, if we got anybody in the room?
We do. Eli, he says, I followed the yellow line, but I ended up in the parking lot.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have left a little better instruction, but either that or made sure where my yellow rubber line was going. So,
And John's here.
John, welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too, Eli. So today's request is coming from Dawn, and it is a hamburger with green chili strips, guacamole, and I have, look at the tiny little avocados. I mean that. So I'm going to make some tiny avocado guacamole, and he also said pepper jack or
Monterey Jack.
Monterey Jack cheese. I'm going to put pepper jack, and yeah, that's dinner. And then we you all voted yucca fries, so got the trusty yucca here. We'll be cutting that up. And dessert. Well, you guys took it easy on me this week and and voted for the banana split. So didn't have to do a Friday stream. Not that I would have minded, but it just, a little less to do for the dinner tonight. So,
Carol's here.
hi, Carol. Happy Saturday. Hope everything's good. 3 doors down the road. Hope all's well at your house. Well, I guess I'm just going to start by, what am I going to do first? I guess I'll start with the guacamole, just so it has time to kind of do its thing while everything else is going on. I have never seen avocados this small. They are tiny.
John says he's making Laguna tacos and rice and beans.
Oh, that sounds good.
Lingua? Langua?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, can you guys see this? Okay, I mean, look how tiny these avocados are. That little pit in there, can you see that? The little bitty things. I've never seen avocados this small. I didn't know that a tree would produce an avocado that small. So, anyway, I thought that was interesting.
So, Eli says, I had lunch, carne asada tacos, peach, cucumber, cranberry salad, and a Jello freezer.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay, hang on now. You can't just say Jello. What flavor of Jello did you have? Orange, lime. That's my favorite kind, is the lime flavor, followed by lemon.
Carol says, no bears lately, so it's great.
Yay. Yep. Yeah, I told Deb yesterday, yep, you watch. I'm going to build this box to keep the bears out, and they're not even going to come around anymore. And I will have just wasted all that time and energy.
Eli said, orange.
catch it okay?
Probably.
Guess not.
When it's inside down.
Yeah, it landed okay. Just smell it. It doesn't smell like anything.
No, it don't.
Now, avocado has an aroma, but this very light. Very weird. I hope they taste like avocados. You know, I mean, that would certainly defeat the point of making guacamole if they don't taste like avocados.
John says, Tom, I have Dr. Pepper ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
Carol said, thank you. And Eli said, a fun fact, avocado comes from the native word that means testicle.
Oh, cool. So, which tree has... Never mind.
Ralph's there.
Happy Sunday, Ralph.
He says, hi Al, I am watching the stream from bed and had a late night, so just poke me if I doze off.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to poke you, but maybe I'll just yell and say, hey, Ralph, you still there? I wouldn't know how to do anything else. Seeing as how you're like in the other hemisphere from me, so. One of these avocados looks a little suspect to me, just because the inside is really dark. Can you see that? So, and since it's only enough guacamole for a couple of burgers.
The gypsy, the vanilla, the gorilla.
Hey, vanilla. Or do you prefer gorilla?
He says, I'm guessing you saw the Wolverine Deadpool movie?
No. I have not. Not yet. I probably will at some point, but boy, actually going to a movie theater and watching a movie. Let me see if I can remember the last time we did that. What movie it was. Let me think for just a second. It's only two or three. It's only a choice of like a couple of them.
Ralph said, yep, yelling should work.
That what?
Ralph said, yep, yelling should work.
Okay, good. I think the very last movie that we saw at a movie theater was The Mummy when it first came out.
Yep.
Back in whatever. Back in 1450. Okay, so there's that avocado. Try and get it mashed up here. The fun part.
John says, Tom, why did The Rock want to jump off the cliff?
Why did The Rock want to jump off the cliff? Boy, I don't know.
Because he was bolder.
Oh.
And the gypsy says it's showing at the theater near him, the drive-in.
There is a drive-in. Well, I mean, kind of near us. It's a 40-mile trip, but dang, that was a hard one. Really stiff avocado here. It's all right. I'll get it. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Twister or Twisters at the drive-in, but they change it pretty frequently. Like almost every week, they show a different movie, rather than like some drive-ins would show the same movie for you know, a couple of weeks or so. Not with these guys. Just, I mean, they'll show it once or twice during a particular week, and that's it.
Eli says I picked up some Melinda's jalapeno ketchup. I will not be going back to regular ketchup. It's got jalapenos and passion fruit. You can taste the passion fruit much, but it gives it a different sweetness.
I tried some too. They had it as in a little sample bottle, you know, a little dollar size, maybe 2 ounce bottle. At Walmart, we picked some up just a few days ago, and I would have preferred just the jalapeno flavor. That what else did he say? Passion fruit.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't. I because of that, I didn't like it, and I'm not gonna eat it. If somebody puts out another one that doesn't have that flavor. It's just a personal choice, right? Yeah.
So Ralph says, did you ever see the Mummy's remake? In the movie, the mummy is quite hot.
Well, I don't know if I have or not, Ralph. I mean, there's been several mummy movies over the last like 10 or 15 years or so. So, yeah, I don't know. Trying to remember exactly which ones I've seen and which ones I haven't. Come on, boy, that is one tough avocado. It just.
Carol says Delta is showing that now.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Deadpool.
Yes. John says, Tom, I love kumquats.
Well, I didn't want to do this because it's just going to make me rinse it out a couple of times because I got other stuff to use it for. But.
The Gypsy says, I saw that Eli with the Melinda's Chipotle ketchup and the black pepper ketchup.
Yeah, for me, if it wouldn't have had that passion fruit in it, I probably would have liked it better because I liked the jalapeno taste in it, but it almost vanished in that weird sweetness. So. Hope nobody had headsets on. All right.
Great. Good morning. Good Colorado people. Happy Sunday.
Well, other man from the future. We got all these people from the future.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. Welcome, Mr. Greg. Glad you're with us. Just making some guacamole from the tiniest avocados I've ever seen. Most avocados are, what, roughly the size of baseball, roughly? Maybe a little smaller, maybe a tennis ball. These things, I mean, just itsy bitsy. Oh, look at the itsy bitsy avocado.
John says, Tom, what would you do if you woke up and you were laying down in kumquats?
What would I do? Well, John, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd probably freak out a little bit, wondering how I got from my bed into a pile of kumquats. So, I think that would probably be the biggest reaction. Okay, that helped. At least it's down in small enough pieces now I can finish mashing it. All right. Whew, boy, that was a task. All right. Got a small jalapeno here. I want it hot, so I'm just trying to get the seeds out if I can. I think that's most of them. Yeah, it looks good.
Eli says if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
If I could have one superpower. Boy. That's a tough one. You know, I suppose if I could just pick just one, I suppose I would pick flying. I would just be great just to go, wow, fly down to the grocery store.
Yep.
How about you, Eli?
John says, Tom, I think you should make kumquat ice cream.
John, I could, but the issue is, it's a matter of when. Unlike a lot of fruit, you can only get kumquats, you know, in kind of only part of the year, and this isn't time. It's not that time of year, but I'll keep it. You know, I'll keep it in my idea box there. But
The gypsy says mind control.
mind control. That's a good one. See, well, yeah, I had a hard time thinking of, geez, just one. I guess I'll pick flying, but yeah, when you got all kinds of other options, it makes it difficult. Like, become invisible or have super strength, or I mean.
He says, I would like to teleport or communicate with animals.
Animals, huh? Cool. Yeah, like walking out in the woods somewhere and see a squirrel, hey, Bob, what's going on? And Bob said, well, everything's good in the forest. That would be a cool superpower. Okay, there's a little bit of avocado. Got some tomato here.
Mater.
A little miter left over from stuff I did last night. I figured it would probably be enough, just a small piece. I mean, it's a pretty tiny batch of guacamole. I don't think I've ever made a batch of guacamole this small. Just hoping I didn't get carried away with the jalapeno. What's the matter, Mrs. Old Guy?
Well, I just don't see her.
She might be outside laying down.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to look at, but I don't see her. She's not back here that I see.
Well, let's see. I don't know.
She's around. Oh. She's in there hiding. I can barely see her foot.
Laying by the front door.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a little bit of onion. Get it?
Ralph asked Greg, have you ever heard of a computer game called Sydney's Mystery? The Sydney's Mystery. What kind of game is that, Ralph?
It's a mystery.
Greg drive me nuts, and the squirrels even worse.
Alright, there's some of that onion.
John says, Tom, what would you do if you woke up and you were part of a band about to perform at a concert?
Again, I would probably freak out. Because I would, first of all, I would wonder why I'm not in my bed, and then of course that realization that, hey, oh wow, I'm supposed to be playing music, and I don't know how to play music or sing or whatever. So yeah, I guess I just wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't know what else to say to that.
Carol says, I love the mind control thing, especially with unruly grandchildren.
That makes sense. Okay. Oh, I got to say hi to Doug and Char. I did. Never mind. I'm not sure if they're watching, but they might be.
Carol says, sounds like there's a fly buzzing around the way. There is.
There is a fly.
There is, that's what I said.
Yeah. Wow. Good microphone.
He says, that would be funny, Eli, but I can fly there and I just have to control the minds of the pilots and the ticket vendors, etc.
Little tiny bit of garlic. I'm going to put some salt and pepper in here, and I think this will probably be pretty close to good. I wasn't going to buy a bunch of cilantro, not a bunch, but, a little bundle of cilantro. I would have used maybe, a teaspoon or something out of it. Just not worth it, so I used a little bit of dried. A little salt in there.
And I says, I would like to see a parody superhero movie where Superman or Spider-Man was afraid of heights.
Yeah. Hulk is unable to get mad.
John says, love you, Mrs. Old Guy.
Well, John, we sure appreciate you too, man.
Yep.
All of you, as a matter of fact. All right. And by the way, for those of you that were here last week, that tiramisu that I made on Friday night, shortly after the stream was over on Saturday, all but 2 pieces of that tiramisu disappeared. Just yeah, it was fun, and I was glad that other people liked it. So. Yeah, let me give this a little taste. See if it's any good. It's okay. The avocado doesn't really have much of an avocado flavor. Just like there wasn't a lot of aroma from it, there's not a whole heck of a lot of taste from it either. It doesn't taste bad or anything, it's just, different. So I'm going to let it sit for a little while, a little bit. I'll cover it up.
Joshua's here.
Happy Saturday, Joshua. Hope things are good in your part of the woods there out in Florida. It's an okay day here. You know, gonna have some burgers with guacamole and green chili. Yummy.
Greg says, speaking of talking birds, be right back. Coffee's overripe.
Ha ha.
Carol says it magically appeared and then disappeared.
What's that?
That tiramisu.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I bet.
right, Carol.
Yeah. Well, that's how it happens with that stuff. You have it, and then suddenly it's just gone.
Yummy, she says.
Oh yeah. It was one of the better ones I've made. That's for sure. All right. So let's get this chili blistered up for the burger. Or burgers.
Joshua says 91 out today. Not too hot, but it is warm.
Yep, it's been not too bad today, actually. And, I think it's like in the 80s right now. I think, I don't know.
Eli says we set another record this year, 80 straight days of at least 100.
Dang.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, this is fun. Torch the chili. They should make a sport out of this. National Chili Torching Competition. No? I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. So a little bit of a disappointment. I'm sure I've mentioned to y'all that I'm working on some new content, and we got some filming done, but unfortunately the audio was just non-existent. So it made the effort useless. Well, I'm going to have to kind of start from scratch. That's okay. We're going to try and get some done tomorrow. And for those of you that were not here to start with, I built my bear box. That's just the trash can area that the bears cannot get into. I'm just going to call it bear resistant at the moment. If I see evidence of a bear actually trying to get into it, then I'll know if it's bear proof or not. But I'm certainly tired of picking up the mess and the damage it does to my car when my car just happens to be sitting in the driveway, which seems like that's just when the bear wants to come around, when my car's in the driveway. Oh look, Tom's car's in the driveway. Well, I think I'm gonna go tip his trash can over. Pretty sure of it. Alright. Good enough. Guess I didn't grab it. I did. It's just in front of me. Alright. Blistered that. Let's give it a little bit of radiation. Just so I make sure it's good and hot and it sweats that skin loose. I can put the cilantro and the garlic away.
Eli says our local grocery store has a big tumbler out front roasted hundreds of chilies. I love this.
I didn't hear a word of that.
Eli says our local grocery store has a big tumbler out front roasting hundreds of chilies.
Oh yeah,
I
that,
love the smell.
yeah, me too. There's been a couple times where we've purchased like Anaheim's and whatnot.
Yep.
Some places where, you know, yeah, the big drum and they're doing 100 pounds or so at a time. Ah!
Careful.
Yikes! Do you think? Wow!
Are you okay?
Yikes! Well, I'm not going to do that again. Dang.
Pingu's here.
Hey, Pingu, how are you, sir? Happy Saturday. We just got through making the guacamole, and I just charred up a green chili to go on the burger, and fixed to start cutting some yucca stuff.
Eli says hashtag oh no.
Oh no! Well, I haven't had a really good oh no in a while. I think the last really good one was the last attempt on the pineapple upside down nightmare. One of these days, I'll make that cake and it'll turn out good. We'll see. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Okay. So instead of actually cutting it into French fry shapes, I'm going to cut this into some rounds. Just for the heck of it. Huh?
So we'll try it and see.
We'll try it and see. About the same thickness as a fry. Oh, almost looks like a banana.
It does.
Only really crunchy. Crunchy bananas. Yeah, I'd stay away from those. My experience with yucca includes, what, about a week ago, trying some fries for Mrs. Old Guy, since she can't do potatoes.
Yeah.
And so this makes my second go around ever with cooking anything with yucca.
Greg's back while the bees are out exploring each other.
Well, welcome back. Get off of me, fly.
Carol says, is that yucca root or what?
It's definitely yucca root.
Pingu said reckless eating is springing now too.
Ah. Right on. Matt's a good guy. It would be fun to meet him at some point. Hope to meet with Val here sometime later in the year. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. So, okay, I got that cut. Next, I'm going to get some toppings made for the dessert. I'm going to start with strawberry. I got some whole frozen strawberries here. You want to see? Nothing special there. Put them in that pan just whole. Just a tiny bit of water. I'm going to turn those on pretty low. I just kind of want them to thaw out a little bit. Then I'm going to run them through my food processor. So a banana split, strawberry topping, chocolate crappie. Let me try that all over. Just back up here. So, banana splits come like with strawberry sauce, chocolate sauce, and pineapple sauce. Well, I'm not a real fan of pineapple sauce, and I don't think Mrs. Olga is either. So I decided I'm going to make peach topping because it's going to be more or less the same color, at least, as the pineapple. So that's what I'm doing. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it, guys. Where did I put my? Oh yeah, back here. Still need this.
Have you ever seen Chilada Val? Will we ever see Chilada Tom?
Chilada?
Yeah. Chelada.
I don't know.
Tom, what would you do if you turned into an avocado?
I'd be a vegetable. Or fruit, whichever.
Greg says that those birds are semi-tame or semi-wild.
Yeah.
The owner must have fed them before I moved in, and they line up patiently to be fed by hand, one by one.
How nice.
That's kind of cool. Chilada Val equals Tipsy Val.
Yeah, well. I doubt seriously. I mean, I'm not going to say no, you won't, but I doubt that you do. I'm not much of a drinker. I think in the last 5 years, I've had a couple little small drinks of this dessert wine. And that's been my alcohol consumption. I just don't drink.
John says, kumquat Chilada Tom.
Kumquat Chilada. They do make a kumquat liquor. They do. How are we doing here? Kind of taking my time here, guys, just because I know it's not going to take a whole long time to cook and eat a burger. So let's cut this peach.
Told Greg, oh yep, sort of pets. A whole heap of birds flock outside my aunt's place because she feeds them raisins.
Nice. Alright, nice fresh peach from not too terribly far from where we live. You can Google Palisade peaches. Grown in Palisade. Palisade, Colorado. Okay. Go into this little pan. Probably can't see it, but that's where I'm dumping it.
She's really creaming in there.
Is she?
Yeah.
A little more peach.
Ralph says if you ever meet a doe with a license, then you'll be able to say avocado. Yes, they are, Carol. She says raisins are poisonous to dogs.
Very poisonous. Probably more poisonous than the grape itself. It's just a guess, but
Eli says pro tip: make a quesadilla and use that, and use your burra taco sauce.
ooh, yeah, that sounds really good.
Let me see. That hurts. Ooh. And use that for your burra tacos. Yeah. That would be good.
All right, so we get a little flame underneath the peach.
Cheese quesadilla turned into a burra taco. That would be good.
Oh, yeah, it'd be delicious. All right, give these. If you got a headset on, you might want to take them off or whatever. I'm gonna have to pulse these berries. Here we go. See, that wasn't too bad, was it? Didn't take too terribly long. Give it a quick rinse because I need to do. No, it's matter of fact, I don't think I need. Don't think I need to mess with putting those peaches in there. All right. A couple of swasses. Let's put some sweet stuff in it. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here. Okay. Boink. What else am I going to put in there? I think I'm going to put a little splash of lemon juice. Just
Do you know who requested this banana split?
I don't.
Eli.
Well, Eli, you got your desserts coming to you, buddy. It's your just desserts. And last but not least, just a little tap of cinnamon. Not very much. All right. Toppings are pretty much done. They just kind of need to cook a little bit. Then I'll put them in a little bowl and try to get them. Maybe I'll stick them in a freezer. Are you able to reach that freezer, that little freezer from where you're at?
Yeah.
You're sure? Okay. Well, I didn't know if you'd be able, if there's room to open the door and reach in to put them in there. Okay.
And what are you putting in there?
2 of these.
Sure.
Okay. I want to make sure that the topping is cooled down. I don't want it to just melt my ice cream.
Eli says, I appreciate the headset warning.
Well, Sorry if I've forgotten it before, and I'm sure I have. It's just not something that I normally think of.
Carol says the whole grape, any of it hurts their kidneys. Yep, they're not supposed to have it.
Yep, kill them.
Eli says I could go for some ice cream last week, and all this coming week will be around 110.
Dang. I'm not sure what the weather forecast is for here. I think in the upper 80s
Yep, should be cooler.
for this week. Yeah, not quite as hot as it has been.
Still getting into mid-50s at night.
Which is nice.
Yep.
Nice, cool evening air. Guess pull out one of these little measuring cups. Mess around with stuff over here.
Okay.
Little cornstarch slurry to make sure that this gets to be kind of a syrupy topping. At least I hope a syrupy topping. Syrupy. I think we're done with the strawberry here.
Eli comes in handy to have an aloe vera plant out there.
Yeah, I bet it does. Aloe vera can be used in a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm going to try to pay more attention to rinsing stuff off. I have to admit that not every single time after my live stream, I don't tackle the mess I made. Sometimes I wait till the next morning, and I usually regret it because I never rinse anything out or whatever, and so it's all caked on, dried up, and a pain in the ass to wash. So.
Greg says, old guy, oh, by the way, still working on the Aussie pie recipe. My workmate makes these awesome pies, and he brings me to work sometimes. He's back. Oh, he's being all sleuth with the recipe.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that.
Being protective over his recipe. Well, I guess I don't blame him. So, what you do, Greg, here's a way to maybe help him feel better about it. Just say to him that, I bet there's one certain ingredient that you put in your pie that makes it taste that good. Your secret ingredient. So give this crazy guy in the USA your recipe with everything but that one thing. Because I imagine there's certain things that go into every single Aussie pie, like meat. Just a thought. Just a thought.
So Eli says, what's the word on the shake collab?
On the collab? Next weekend. Next weekend I have to make the posting for it. We're going to do it on my channel. And yeah, so it looks like it'll be 1 hour after my normal Saturday stream. I'm still just going to be in here but I'll give myself an hour and everybody else there time to get ready, and we're gonna have at it. Wild Man Tim from Destin Goblin and myself participating.
Greg says, okay, Hopper, I'm going over there today. I'll take the kangaroo court with him and I'll threaten him with his job. Ralph says, I imagine an Aussie pie would be covered in flies.
Say that again.
Ralph says, I imagine an Aussie pie would be covered in flies.
Maybe it is if you leave it out too long. Okay. What time is it? Here. Let's get these put in there. There's that one. Strawberry.
Yeah.
Strawberry. Awesome. And the peach. Yep. Thank you. I gotta give that time to start doing what it needs to do. What's the matter?
Huh? Oh, I didn't put the other one back for me.
Ah, okay. You gotta,
I didn't want to spill it pushing it with the other hole.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want you to spill it. Not only would I have to make it again for the stream, but it'd make a frozen mess. Well, partly frozen.
Yeah.
Eli, you've worked in some kitchens. How many times have you seen the new guy go to clean the freezer floor and have a mop stuck? I've seen that more than once. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Heck, I even did it my first time. Not thinking, You put a wet mop on a floor in the freezer, and it's gonna just stick like that kid's tongue on A Christmas Story. Yep. And really adding hot water to it. I mean, you free it up, but you end up with a bunch of extra ice on the bottom, on the floor. So. There's a trick to it. I ain't gonna tell you what it is, but there's a trick to it. What else? I gotta do something else. I will get this chili ready to go here.
Eli says gotten a wet glove stuck.
What?
Eli says gotten a wet glove stuck.
Oh, wet glove stuck? Yep. That'll do it.
Greg says restaurant has these stories. Now we're talking.
Oh, there was this one guy. Knew at this place I worked at. And we had kind of a little rivalry thing going. Nothing major, but one day he says, "Hey, Tom," and I look over and he whipped a calamari tentacles at me and got me in the face, and it was real funny, haha. So I don't know, it might have been the next day. The chef was cutting the skin off some salmon. He wasn't going to use it for like making any stock or anything, so he was just tossing these, salmon skins, about that long and like maybe yay wide at one end and like that at the other. Yeah. Anyway, he was perfectly aware of what this dude did the day before with the calamari, and where they were talking, the chef and my buddy, they were pretty close to each other, and the trash can that he was tossing that skin into was just behind my buddy. And I know the chef seen me doing what I was gonna do. He didn't let on. He just kept looking at my buddy, and I grabbed one of those sides of salmon skin, and I got it on the palm of my hand like that, and right across the back of his neck, and it perfectly wrapped around his face. It was a good one. It was a good gotcha. I'm glad I did it. There's been a bunch of other ones like hard roll wars. Got some hard rolls left from the day before. Then they're really hard. Okay. I'll let that sit there for a second. Let's get this cleaned off. I got one I could tell you about a carrot, but it's not appropriate for my channel. Okay, let me get a little salt. There's that regular salt shaker. Let me see yours. Get a little salt on this chili. There you go. I'm going to cut this into some strips. All right.
Great, so little diet LOL salmon scarfed alien face sucker.
It was funny. One of those things. And again, I've seen some pretty bad things and not at all funny happen in the kitchen. Like one night, it was clean up like normal, and like any good restaurant, at the end of the night, the fryer gets emptied and cleaned, and the oil put back in. And for those of you that have never cleaned a full-size restaurant fryer, it's got a pipe that you screw into the front, and so when you open the valve, it goes through the pipe into whatever container that is heat resistant or heat proof, and that's how you empty it out, and then that's also how you get the soapy water and everything out, is through that drain at the bottom. Well, dude was getting ready to change the fryer. It was his first time doing it, and he didn't, even though he could see there's about an inch of thread on that pipe that you screw in, he didn't do that. He just kind of put it in like at about a quarter turn or so, and when he opened that valve, it just kicked it right off, and he got that 350 degree oil all over one of his legs and whatnot. It was terrible. So yeah, I've seen some pretty bad things happen. Heck, I got my wrist cut because of some moron.
Yep.
Walking out of the walk-in, I had a tray of chicken, and right there was a prep station, and this guy turned around like that with the chef knife in his hand, and I was just setting that tray down, and he caught me right there, cut the tendon, so I had to have surgery and get it fixed. He wasn't there the next day. Okay, I think we're about ready to start cooking some food. How about that?
Awesome. I'm ready.
Me too. And I'm sure they are. Alright. So just a regular old Chubba burger. Nothing fancy here. It's not Wagyu. I really wonder, does a Wagyu burger taste really much better than regular greasy burger? And I bet they shrink something terrible. Just me making an observation that I've never had. I don't know if that just made any sense. But hey. Off there. I want to make sure they're at least somewhat close. Couple of boigas. Oh, this one's definitely bigger.
Eli says, time to fire up the airless fryer.
The airless fryer, yes. Yeah, how do I like my fryers? With or without air? Both. I like them both. All right. Get some of this freshly cracked pepper on there. Got a little bit of this Himalayan pink salt. Throw a little bit of that on there. And, boy, Mrs. Old Guy, do you want your tongue boasted? I just said bun toasted.
No, that's fine.
You don't want your bun toasted? Well, you guess you do or you guess you don't?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to walk over here and I'll prug.
I'm going to plug it in.
Okay. I just plugged in our air fryer so you guys know. We'll use it to toast the buns. Boasted tongues. Boasted. I'm losing it, kids. Flat out losing it. The guacamole is a little on the salty side. So, try your burger before you put any salt on it. You'd probably go to town with the pepper. I mean, I know I do. Okay, well, we'll let these burgers kind of cook. You ever notice that? When a police officer, at least a uniformed officer, has something important to say? Well, hikes up his belt. Same thing with the carpenter. Yeah, I don't know about this. I need to start wearing a belt like that just so I have, excuse. Couple of buns. Stick them in there, but don't start it yet, please.
Yep.
All right. We're going all right. We're going okay here. We've got meat cooking. The fryer's hot. We're pretty much ready to start toasting some buns. And it's only a little after 3, so we're all right. We're doing all right. It'll take about 6 or 8 minutes, I think, for these to cook. I'll start them here directly.
Well, would you ever try a fly tag, Oishi?
Who asked?
Seen it on Doko, some countries where they have so many flies that they want, or so many flies that they went around swinging hot fry pans so that they could collect them, so they could eat them.
Who said that? What about it? Have I ever
Would
tried it?
Would
I
you
try
ever
it?
try a fly tag? One area, they have so many, they go around with a
Yeah,
hot
I got
pan.
that part. I'm just trying to think of an answer. I don't know. I don't know if I'd try that or not. I'm gonna just say no, right? Just now. Just because, like I wasn't happy with the flavor of crickets, and they're, bred to be consumed. They're not just a wild, nasty bug. I don't imagine that I would care for the gaminess of a wild fly. Up for my flies, farm raised. Look at that. I like it.
Eli says, have you ever said to anybody looking for fat-free oil?
Fat-free oil. No. But I did have somebody come into my pizza place and ask for a pizza with no crust. I think that's about as close as I can get. I'll have to slice up some jack cheese here in just a second. Let's get these. Got that turned down. I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I guess go ahead and start the buns.
Greg says apparently tarantula tastes like a prawn. I found out last night.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. See, that's just something I've never bought into. It's like one thing tastes like something else, except for maybe in the vegetable world. I've had people, well, it tastes like chicken. No. Chicken tastes like chicken.
Eli says, pizza bowl, you might be onto something.
Oh, not really. That's not an original thought, unfortunately. We've been having bowls like that for a while. These orders. There we are.
Every year by this little town out here in Colorado, the tarantulas, there's so many of them because it's mating time and stuff, because they migrate and it's really bad over there.
Lots of tarantulas.
Yep. Ralph says that he thought they were endangered. They might be there, but they're definitely not here.
No.
And and I'm sure there's videos on it out there. It's in, trying to think of the name of the town. Lahana.
La Junta. Okay, let's get some pepper jack on these burgers. Throw a dusty lid. These are looking good. Pepper jack cheese melting.
Greg told Eli that's like when they're at work and they ask somebody new to find blinker fluid.
Yeah. I've been through a lot of that with, I joined a Facebook group from, from soldiers that served in Germany, blah, blah, blah. And, oh yeah, there's tons of them. Like, I sent a crew to the mess hall for 10 feet of chow line. And there's just a million of them. Blinker fluid, muffler grease, left-handed screwdrivers, left-handed monkey wrenches. There's a whole bunch of them.
Eli says he saw a tarantula wasp fighting a tarantula once.
I bet
Never heard of a tarantula wasp.
neither have I, but I bet they're mean.
Oh, you know it.
We are just about ready to eat some food.
Carol says out by New Club they have them too. Tarantula.
Say what? Say what?
Carol says out by New Club they have them also.
Nuclear.
Whatever, how would you say it?
Nucleus.
And Ross says, oh, okay, we don't have them here, but I must be confused.
Now, there are different species of tarantulas.
Yep.
Some of them are completely harmless.
And in some places they might be endangered more than other places.
Yep, because there's different species. There might be some species of tarantula that are probably very much endangered. Okay.
Eli says tarantula wasps are huge and target tarantulas only. Specifically.
If you don't. There's our buns. Fries are looking really good.
Wow.
That's
Hot buns.
yeah. Remember yesterday when I was pulling them out? just chalk them over here. Okay. All right. So there's a burger.
Greg says when somebody cuts me off on the road, instead of getting angry at them, I just pull up and say to them, watch out, mate, your wheel. They're like, what? It's upside down, mate. That's funny.
That reminded me of something when I was a young teenager, and I sure didn't mean for this. I mean for it to happen. What happened? There's this other kid riding by on his bicycle, and I yelled at him, "Hey kid, your back tire's flat." And he's really, when he turned around like that, he swerved into a parked car.
Oh,
And I didn't mean for that to happen. I was just
yeah, unfortunate. Eli said somebody send send someone to go get the 2-foot yardstick.
2-foot yardstick, yeah. Keys to the fairground, you know. Okay. I'm gonna get this, throw it on there, and we have some fries that are ready to come out. They look just like potato wedges or rounds. Okay, just like everything else. Let me see your salt shaker. You want to hit them with a little bit of salt when they come out of the fryer. Okay. Okay. Fried bananas, fried yucca, and a burger with jack cheese, green chili strips, and guacamole. Yeah. See that okay?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. There you go. You're welcome. Now, slide my chair up here. Like I said, you want to give those a try.
Yep.
Give that a try before you put much on it. All right, well, cheers, Mrs. Old Guy.
Cheers.
I don't know if I can say cheers, but. Yummy.
So thick I can't even open my mouth. Yeah, one.
Sorry. I should have cut it in half for you. All right. Burger is good. I like the guac. It is a little salty, but it's not overly salty with everything else.
Craig says, "Oh wow, this is looking good.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
hold on to Molly, yum."
Here we go to try this yucca. This is only the second time we've ever had it, so.
Eli says, "I'll take the devil to go."
Really hard.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I did it too long. The outside gets really tough, but the inside is really soft.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, the inside is done, or done nice and soft, but the outside gets very tough and fibrous.
Mm-hmm.
That golden brown crunch apparently is going to be something to be avoided with these. We'll have to try mashers next.
Mm-hmm.
Try some mashed.
The fries we did turned out good.
Mm-hmm. I may have cooked them too long. They taste good. I'm not really getting a whole lot of flavor difference between it and a potato. A little bit. A little more earthy than a potato, but it's good. That's a good burger. Could have used something like maybe a little chipotle mayo. Something like that. Something with a little, that add a little more moisture and, another layer of flavor.
It's nice. It's got a nice heat. Lee Lisa's here. Hi, Tom and this old guy. How are you? How you been?
Good, good. Hi, Lisa.
Just
Happy
got done
Saturday.
eating dinner with my mom. We had meatloaf.
Nice. Very nice. We're just enjoying our green chili with guacamole burgers. Monterey Jack cheese, but it's pepper jack. Mm. Mm. It's good.
Mm-hmm. So I'm having a hard time deciding if it's jalapenos and guac or if it's the cheese that's making it hot. Not the cheese.
It's the jalapeno and the guac. Yeah.
So I was gonna say that chili shouldn't have been hot.
No, it's not. I mean, we put a pretty good size as far as comparison. I put a pretty good amount of jalapeno in that little bitty thing of guac, so it's not surprising. It's good. That's just that. I like that little kick of heat.
This
What ketchup?
no, I'm good. Eli says some chipotle ranch.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
Yes, it would.
And Carol said maybe double peel them.
Maybe so. I've never had them before. So, except for last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to try it mashed, and we'll see about that.
They're still good.
Yeah, they're okay. Just the outside is it's just really tough. The inside though is
Nice and soft.
has a nice texture to it.
Lisa says that's nice dinner. I baked a cake.
Yummy. What kind of cake? Mm. Mm. I need to know. So for those of you that have tuned in and didn't know or whatever, but next Saturday, right after my stream, well, not right after my stream, an hour after my stream, we will be doing the milkshake challenge with Destin Goblin and Wildman from the Crazy Food Crew. So be sure to be here for that one.
Yep. Eli says maybe blanch them and then quick fry.
That could be the trick. Having never made them before, I was judging by what I would, I guess, judge a potato by, that kind of a golden color, golden brown. But apparently that's too much for the yucca. Probably cooks through a little quicker. I don't know. I thought because it was a tuber that it would probably take a little longer
Yeah.
than a potato, but apparently I'm wrong.
Lisa said she made a peanut butter cake.
Peanut butter cake. Yummy. I think the last cake I made, and I'm talking about a cake that wasn't on the stream, I think it was a banana cake.
Mm-hmm. I think it was.
It was. I love banana cake. Yes, I do. Banana is one of my favorite flavors in dessert food. But I I still won't just eat one. I don't. That's just the way that cookie crumbles. Pretty good burger. I'm glad Don requested it. I've never had a burger with guac on it, so it's good. I would absolutely eat that again.
Eli says I love banana nut bread.
I like banana bread.
Yep.
I don't put nuts in my banana bread. For me, and it's just a personal thing. It has to do with texture. When I'm eating a nice, soft, delicious bread like that, the last thing I want is a little crunchy bits that kind of throw off the texture. Other people love it. I mean, that's why it's banana nut bread. I just, don't care for the nut part. I mean, I'll eat some with it, maybe, off on the side.
Greg says, old guy, I'm voting for Lisa's peanut butter cake dessert by proxy.
Say that again.
He's voting for Lisa's peanut butter cake dessert by proxy.
Okay, well, that means you're going to write it down on that list of dessert stuff. Oops. I hate it when I do that.
Ralph said kale chips could be a good potato chip alternative for me. From memory, it's just fried kale with a bit of salt.
No. My favorite thing with kale is to make sure that I've added coconut oil to the pan so that it slides off easier into the trash. I don't like kale. I don't like the flavor of it, and I really don't like its texture. But there's a lot of things that I don't like. So
Lisa says banana pudding cake is good.
Yep. Oh yeah. Banana Twinkies are good. I'll be putting out a little short maybe later, but how many of you knew that Twinkie, when it first came out in 1930, I think it was June of 1930, it had a banana cream. And that's how it came out originally, and it stayed that way for 10 years until the Second World War, somewhere around 1940s, caused a big banana shortage. So they swapped over to the vanilla cream that they use today. How about that?
Eli says nothing like dipping a banana into some blue cheese mayo.
Oh.
No thanks. I'm not a big blue cheese fan.
Well, with things like that, you're starting to delve into the what I would call the like 5,000th sub category, where you want to eat something really disgusting and out of the ordinary in celebration. I would think that a banana and dipping it into blue cheese dressing, and not like a Kraft blue cheese dressing where you maybe see a little piece or two. I'm talking like one of the really good ones, an expensive brand where you see big chunks of blue cheese in that sucker, and dip that banana, swirled around real good. I think the only thing that would there's a lot of things that would make it worse, like the addition of like a little tuna on the top of the bite. So you peel your banana, you dip it in the sauce, and then you take you a little bit of tuna and put it on top. Take a bite. Do it again. Another little bit of tuna. No? Okay. Well, maybe that's what I'll do. I think I said something crazy before, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say what it was. I don't want to refresh anybody's memory. But I'm not going to do it. Get away from me, fly. Eli would probably be the only one that would really remember. And I'm hoping he didn't, or he doesn't. So, and maybe by the time we actually get to that 5,000 sub, yeah, there won't be any memory of it whatsoever. We'll see. Oh boy. Well, I suppose I should get us some dessert making. Just, would you check those? I didn't want to see how cool they are. I imagine the peach one's probably cooler than the strawberry. Huh? It's stuck to the inside, right?
It did.
Do you need help?
And I can't get it to pop off, so.
Aha. There's one free. Thank you. And that's the peach topping. Woohoo!
No, it didn't thicken up very good.
I didn't want it to. It's got to be a sauce. Okay. So I don't have the official like banana split dishes, and I certainly wasn't going to go buy some for this, so I'm going to use a couple of our soup bowls.
Eli says you heard it here first. 5K special. Oyster and blue cheese mayo Sunday with tuna garnish.
I didn't say oyster. I never said oyster.
And Lisa said banana bread pudding is good too.
Oh, I bet it is. It sounds good. Oh. I'm gonna tote my banana around. Oh yeah. Having thought ahead, I put a couple of bowls in the freezer so that it just doesn't automatically start melting the ice cream like crazy. So one banana, cut it in half, split it. Okay. That's just how we's gonna roll with it, guys. I would never eat a whole banana split. I just couldn't do it. I suppose the ice cream is out here?
Yep.
All right. I'll go out here. Get the ice cream. Coming back now with the ice cream. Okay, here I am. I'm back with the ice cream.
Okay. Glad you're back with the ice cream.
I'm glad to be back with the ice cream. Lisa, is Wild Man there with you? Is Wild Man, you got it coming to you, buddy. I'm gonna lick you good on this one. I'm just talking up nothing. Gonna bend the spoon.
Fling it. I knew it.
Here you go, Polly. Come here.
Someone's looking like what she's getting. Go sit daddy, Polly. Break it in half. Half the thumb.
There you go, girl.
Because he's sitting here looking like, what is she getting?
All right, let's not throw any more ice cream onto the floor.
Where's one on the floor?
Get away from me, Fly. Look, Fly, there are 2 stinky dogs in here. Go bother them. They don't mind.
Yeah.
They might actually try and eat you.
Was that good, Jacob? Daddy gave you a treat? No wild man, he's up at Tim's.
Ah,
Greg says one for the moons.
yep. I don't mind. Sometimes we give them some ice cream. Sometimes we go to Dairy Queen, which is a soft serve ice cream place. They have what they call pup cups.
Greg says, you know what they say when on live television, don't work with animals, children, and ice cream.
Yeah.
And Ralph says, as kids we used to say, ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Yep, I think we
Yeah,
did too.
too.
I think that's kind of a universal English speaking thing. Okay. One of those is lacking a little bit.
Don't make mine huge.
Okay. Then I'll call it good.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Don't thank me. We're all part of the same team.
Eli says he can't wait for Val to make the tuna vanilla ice cream.
Tuna vanilla?
Yep.
Yeah. That doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? Slide this out just a touch. I never leave myself enough room to get in here. That's just because there just isn't enough room. I'm trying to get a couple of spoons. That's not a spoon. Here's one. Where is it? I just had that spoon. There it is. Okay. So, got some chocolate syrup. Okay, chocolate syrup on the middle. Yummy, delicious peach topping. It's almost completely frozen. No wonder it looks so firm.
Eli said the guys at Cult Moon made a black garlic ice cream a while back.
Black garlic ice cream, huh? Bet that was interesting. Okay, peaches. Strawberry. Almost put it on the wrong one. Oh. So I looked all over the place locally for some whipped cream chargers. Hard to get nowadays because so many potheads were using them for. You can't find them anymore. Got to order them online.
That's unfortunate.
All right. So, what do you think, guys? Does that look okay?
Yeah.
I'm lacking. What am I lacking? That's right. That cherry on the top. Ugh. Eli? Does that look okay?
Hold it down some.
Down some?
Yeah, not quite so much there.
Good?
Yep.
There you go, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I'll top mine off here. Wait a minute. Oh, right there. So if I would have found the charger, I'd be using real cream. But I couldn't find it, so I have to use Brill cream. Ew.
Greg says, oh yeah, baby.
That cherry right there.
Eli will take two.
Two.
Two?
Okay, why not? It's two for Saturday. Okay. Now for this dessert that you guys voted in. Try it with that strawberry first.
It's been a long time since I had a banana split.
Yeah. I love the ice cream part. The banana part, I'm going to eat it, but I don't like it so much. I will say, the banana is definitely better with ice cream or something. Let's get a bite of the chocolate. And I've been getting a little bite of banana with it too, guys. So. Now I'll get this peach. Let's see how good the peach is. The peach is pretty tasty.
Yummy. Yeah. It's all tasty.
Fresh Palisade peaches. Like I said, you could Google search it. Palisade, Colorado, or Palisade peaches. They have a peach fest every year. It's if they haven't had it, it's coming up. Mrs. Old Guy. That was kind of a hint.
Yeah.
Do you know? Is it coming up?
I
Or?
don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, it's been quite a while.
It is the 56th annual
56th annual.
10-day celebration, August 17th, this weekend.
Yeah. Wow. Might have to check it out.
Yeah.
Some of the celebrations they have around here, though,
You can't. There's only Friday and Saturday.
bummer. Some of the festivals and stuff like that, in these mountain towns, it can be difficult to navigate. They have the Strawberry Fest in Glenwood Springs, and you talk about your mountain town.
Yeah.
It's already usually crowded with tourists and stuff as it is, and then you add a festival to it, and yeah, it can be hard to get around.
You know, it says, are you gonna draw from the basket?
Mm-hmm. I guess I should now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the reminder, Eli. I might have totally forgotten. Which isn't a surprise. Alright. Having gotten no new requests today. Come on. Alright. So next weekend we are having the Korean bulgogi. Bulgogi. And thanks for the votes and stuff so far. Put that back in here. That's a little one. We'll fix that up. All right. So for week after next, chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
That one's from Stanley. So 2 weeks, chicken fried steak. Next weekend, ooh, one of my absolute favorite dishes of ever. Well, I grew up eating bulgogi, and so it's a comfort food for me. I could eat it any day, anytime. I could eat it easily 4 days a week if I could afford it. Finish up my delicious dessert. So how about the rest of you folks? Anything planned? Anything special coming up in your life that you want to share?
What did you just pull out? Did you lay it there?
Mm-hmm.
Fried chicken?
Chicken fried steak. Stanley. I am curious to know if you folks have anything planned for the next week or have any projects or anything going on. After finishing the build on this bear box, as far as like constructing anything, I'm done for this year. I do want to do a little patchwork on some concrete. I've got a kind of a sheet metal hood over my grill, and you know, it's at a nice little angle and everything. It looks good. But last winter we had a heck of a wind gust come up along with the snow, and it didn't pull it out, but it cracked the concrete and stuff around where I have these 4x4 posts set into the cinder block. So I want to get that fixed before the winter. What's that say?
Not chicken fried steak.
Oh, it just says fried chicken.
That's what it says.
Okay, so I'm making fried chicken.
That's why I was kind of confused. I was like, that's not what you said.
That's an, oh boy. That's an FFS, folks. You know as well as I do what that means. If you don't, then hit me up later and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Horrible.
Eli says, does anybody watch the Nate Petrovsky or Will Survives?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard either. And Carol said that her youngest granddaughter, Kelly, is signed up for volleyball.
Cool.
That'll be good for her.
Yep.
And Greg says, we're on the verge of spring here, so starting prep in the veg patch.
Very nice. Is there a particular vegetable that you like to grow above the others? When I was a youngster, I was always happy and anxious about growing spinach. Loved spinach. Still do. So, just curious. Just curious there, Mr. Greg. Ralph seems to have stayed awake.
Yeah, for most of it. No, he was just talking.
I know. And surprising to me, this banana's going away.
Not surprises me.
Like I said, with the bananas, with the ice cream and everything, I can handle it a little more than just having a plain banana.
Greg says tomatoes all the way, herbs, and whatever takes my fancy and my friends comes up with at work.
Okay, just curious. Tomatoes, there's nothing wrong with that. I would grow them. I don't really have the room, though. And just down the road a little ways, at this place called Big Bees, they have probably 7 or 8 varieties of tomato that we used to go down and buy, like 50 or 80 pounds and make salsa and what else did we make with it? Tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce and stuff like that. But we quit doing it just because there were a few years that not all of it got ate, and some of it doesn't keep well for like 2 years. Like the salsa. It's just not that good after a year.
Ralph says, yep, haven't drifted off yet.
Good. Glad you're still with us there, buddy.
And Eli says, they are YouTubers. Nate runs a homestead. He knows his stuff. And will survive for 21, and Will Survives is a 21-year-old who likes to live in the woods and build his living quarters from logs.
Interesting. What the heck is that? Something hard and crunchy in my ice cream. Might have been a bit of the fried banana or banana fried yucca. Whew, I am full. Get away, flies.
Greg says, oh yeah, I forgot, the neighbors next door have a beehive. They gave me some honey a month ago, and I'm hooked. They going to help me set a hive up on my site too.
Cool. Very nice. Yeah, we got a friend of ours that started beekeeping, and he's also an Aussie. He lives in Canada now. And I just saw a post on him from Facebook like yesterday that they I don't know what the word is, gathered, I guess, a swarm,
Yeah.
you know. So now they have all those bees as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. And had a picture of the honey that he had harvested
Yep.
thus far. He's just getting into it, so yeah, looks good. We like our honey as well. I got a quart jar up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy it by the quart.
Yeah, buy it by the quart, and it's local mountain honey, and it's good stuff. It's not refined at all. It just gets spun out. You can see how dark that is. They're getting all kinds of different wildflowers and whatnot. So I've noticed that some honeys are a lot more golden in color. This is, as you can see, it's a lot darker. It's almost like a dark tea
Yep.
color. But boy, is it ever good.
Eli says, OG made it through the banana.
I made it through the banana. And I didn't die.
Greg says the honey is amazing. It has eucalyptus through it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's some honeys up here that are like high mountain honeys. They taste really amazing too. All honey is good. You know, the flavor can vary from region to region, state to state, country to country. You know, that's, I guess, one of the things that makes it that, so special is that. The one thing I would like to try at some point are some honey ants or honey pot ants. I think, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but their abdomen,
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this.
yep, fill up with the honey.
Greg says, oh yeah, that's the stuff. Can't beat it compared to the shelf stuff.
Oh yeah.
And Carol says, yeah, I made Mom a banana split for supper not too long ago. Very filling.
Oh man.
And Eli said that he has some mesquite honey.
Mesquite honey. Ooh. I've never heard of that. I bet it's good. I bet it's good. It sounds good. Sounds good. Well, buddy, folks, we are just about to the end of this here stream. Next week, of course, we have got the Blagogi, and thanks for the votes so far. Last I looked, the Trifles, which is a dessert from Ralph, is winning, and I believe Egg Drop Soup is also winning. So I appreciate the votes, and I think I'm gonna roll on out of here. But I want to take a second and thank you all for hanging out with me. This is really the highlight of my week when I get to cook and do things for y'all. Yeah, it's something that I look forward to and I plan out, and there's not a time that I don't enjoy this. So I need you to know that. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I also want to ask you to please give back in your community somehow, okay? Even if it's just helping a neighbor, sorting laundry at the Salvation Army. just anything. Give back to your community some. Okay. I'll see you next Saturday. Bye bye.
So Ralph said thanks for the stream as usual, and Kara, oh,